awesome muffin recipe. So we just added 2 tablespoons of butter.
Melt them. I'm using Kerrygold butter if you can. If you can't, then use what you have. I have 3 eggs because each one's going to have an egg.
1 egg.
Swerve. Chopped walnuts. Flaxseed meal. Coconut meal, or coconut flour, which is ground coconut. And then some of the coconut. I like this because how fine and ground it is, instead of it being the big chunk. You could use the big chunks. I prefer this little. I found this and it's been nice. You don't have to do. I've used this too instead of walnuts. I've used almonds. That works too.
And I can attest both are totally awesome.
A little bit more. Because I have 3 cups, it's taking a little bit more to melt it. Okay. Cinnamon. The core recipe does not include almonds or that.
Almonds or
anything else, or the ground up coconut. I just like I feel like it gives it a more of a muffin texture. Oh, I need my vanilla, baking powder. I add my baking powder first so it can start absorbing in the butter, kind of like start. Baking powder needs a little bit of a moment in the butter to kind of create a baby there. This is 1/4 teaspoon. At this point, I'll add just a couple splashes of cinnamon. It's just for flavoring. You don't have to. I think I like the flavor of it. Some sea salt. I use a little pinch because we all need our electrolytes, and I think it enhances the flavor, especially with the nuts in there. You don't have to be precise. If you like vanilla, more is merrier in my book, but this is just a little splash. I think it just makes it more flavorful, so it doesn't feel so earthy. I think that's my biggest thing, is I don't want it to taste like a bran muffin where it tastes so earthy and then you're like, I'm not gonna eat that. I start with the sweetener because the Swerve is erythritol, and I like this one is a ground one. This is what they call the confectioners, which is like powdered, so I find that it dissolves into the butter really nicely. And then again, sweetener is all of choice. Some people like stevia. I have a vanilla stevia. Sometimes I use that. But I do find that for this, because it is so earthy, I use a whole tablespoon. So I just kind of put a tablespoon in. You could use a teaspoon. Sweetener is totally, you could use nothing if you don't want, and it's very earthy then. So I add that in there. And then just start adding in flaxseed meal is 2 tablespoons. The coconut flour is 1 tablespoon. So it's very easy. And sometimes I have a little extra butter in it, and it's more buttery flavored, and I really like that sometimes. So if you accidentally put a little extra butter in it, don't freak out. Just enjoy the ride. Like my little turtle bit. Okay. This is cool too. It has like a Velcro top. Again, where we're at, we're very limited on supplies, so if I find it at a local store, I go for it. If I have to order it, then I have Christopher order it off Amazon, and that's kind of what happens with some of these things. But I did find a local store, so it's 2 tablespoons of the flaxseed, 1 tablespoon of the coconut. That's the base recipe right there. And then what I found was almost too simple, and I think I wanted the texture of the nuts. So I started kind of playing around with, I think the original recipe was even only a teaspoon or something of the sweetener, and it just, I don't know, it just seemed too plain. I wanted, in my morning breakfast, I want it to be yummy. So I do a tablespoon of the walnut. It didn't seem to affect it either. I do in a tablespoon of the walnuts, and if you have some ground coconut, I just kind of put some in there. And it gives it, again, coconut is so good for us right now, especially on the keto, or if you're low carb, or you're, I mean, really, this is gluten-free, so anybody who's diabetic, I mean, this little morning breakfast muffin is the bomb. So at this point, that's where you're at, and you take 1 egg. Oh, my eggs, of course, aren't going to break right because they're being jerked slightly. Yay for me. I find for me it's easier to just do 1 egg at a time, do the egg. Give it a good mix. Don't just kind of lightly mix it, because you've got to remember all those ingredients on the bottom need to give a good.
And what are you using to mix it up in?
It's just we found these really cool little cups. See, so when it's like this, that's what it looks like. We found these paper cups in the party section at the Family Dollar or the dollar store, something like that. But they're paper, perfect. You don't have to use what I've been using. I'll show you. When my mother passed away, she had left, I had a bunch of these little silicone muffin tins, which are about the same size. And then I would put a little paper liner in there and stuff, and I would just have to keep washing and washing. And when you're in a camper, it kind of becomes a lot of washing. So we happened to be going on our RV Nomads trip, and I was like, I still wanted to be able to have these in the morning. So we found these little paper cups, and I was like, this is perfect. So now I'm going to set this in the microwave, and 1:20, and it'll be done. And that's it. I mean, I'll show you when I'm going to do the next one real quick, the next egg. Oh, good. Thank you for not being a jerk, egg. So the paper cups, and the irony of this, you don't need the paper. I don't know what it is about this. These literally pop right out of the cup or the silicone. I have another recipe that I love to make that has almond flour, coconut flour, and cacao, so it's like a chocolate muffin. And those are a very similar recipe, but super yummy. And sometimes I'll doctor them up. I have some Lily's chocolate chips that is so yummy.
Maybe we'll make those tonight for everyone. And
yeah. So here's another one. See, and it's all ready to go. Once that one pops out of the microwave, and it'll be done in a minute. I'm making 3 today because I'm headed to work, and my little coworker, yesterday I had mine, and she was asking about, hey, what is that? That looks really yummy. So I'm gonna surprise her and bring her breakfast. It's 1 egg, 2 tablespoons. I mean, really, this is super, super healthy. I know you're all gonna balk at the microwave, but right now, it's the easiest thing for me to use with being in a camper. Just keep mixing until you feel like everybody's gotten in there. Scrape those sides down. And it just gives it a really good flavor. Look at that bad boy. Started like that. That's it, and it's done. And it literally, if you look, it's hot right now, but it separates from the side, so it would pop right out. You don't have to worry about it, and it's delicious. So we're gonna share with you more recipes if you're interested. Just give us a little shout out if there's something else that we've been learning through the keto diet and kind of just eating healthy. We're just calling it a lifestyle so that we can eat low carb and get healthy. And so if you like this, will you click like and subscribe to us? And if you want more of various things that we're doing here in our RV life and Giffords on the go, go ahead and just give us a comment in the links below and let me know. I'll make you more stuff. Love you guys. Bye.